first off, that is not an orb floating on the ceiling. Because on one of my tours at this one point, a woman started screaming hysterically. And I was all excited. I'm like, what happened? What happened? And she said, there's an orb on the ceiling. And I said, no, that's what light bulbs do. Yeah. So she goes, then why is it moving? I said, I think that's because you're swaying. If you can smell the outcome, it's lady the whole night. So, you guys, you put your back to the wall. It's a defense mechanism.
You guys gonna stay here?
Yeah, we're gonna go around.
It's gonna be dark. So you guys okay with that?
The lights
The lights are going out.
Coming up on the Enos apartments. Originally it was a mansion built by Nathaniel somebody, I can't remember his last name. But he was an abolitionist, and it was originally built to help slaves to freedom, and it was part of the Underground Railroad. And on the top it has where they used to signal the slaves whether it was safe to come. And in the basement, you go down there, there's a tunnel where they used to hide the slaves. It's part of the Underground Railroad. Is there anybody here? And there's tunnels that go all the way underneath Alton, and that's the YWCA. This tunnel, I was told, goes under the YWCA and up the hill. Then it became a sanatorium for tuberculosis patients when a guy named Enos purchased it. He's the one who added the 4th floor, keeping the roof and putting it back on, and also added was a nurse's house, which is over here. Is there anybody here? You can talk on this camera. What did it say?
You are in.
Mm.
You are in.
Are there any nurses here who help the patients? The tuberculosis patients? No.
My husband and I bought this 3 years ago, and apparently it was originally a duplex for 2 sons of the founder of Alton. Rufus Easton's 2 sons lived in this house, and the streets are named after George Langdon. Albie was his daughter, so kind of a famous property. But the thing that there is a spirit that lives here because that was used as a TB clinic, you know. And people, they made this at one time. It was an original duplex, and at one time somebody turned it into a 10-room boarding house.
Okay.
So that people could come here and stay while their loved ones were either ill or dying. So the real estate agent that showed us the house 3 years ago said, she was real spiritual and stuff, and she said, you see what you think. It's not a bad spirit that lives in your house, but on the 3rd floor there's a watchful spirit because it's watching the house, but it's also used to watching over people who were here, who were upset at what was happening, you know, with their loved ones. So it's just kind of always watchful. And when I first moved in here, I did see the bust of somebody
How cool.
Yeah. And then my husband heard a sound one time, like it said his name, but then nothing else.
Is Nathaniel here? I heard you were an abolitionist. That you built this house to help slaves gain their freedom to get to the north. Are there any slaves here? You can talk in this camera, or you can talk into that machine Michelle's holding, the Paralyst. Can you look out the window? Can you wave at us? Can you signal if it's safe to come? Can you light a light? It's such a cool house. I wish we could have went inside and explored the whole thing. Well, thank you if you spoke with us. Hopefully someday we'll actually be able to come in.
It's really neat.
It is, it's beautiful.
Alright guys, I'm gonna turn it on again, alright? I'll explain why. Alright. So first off, that is not an orb floating on the ceiling. Because on one of my tours at this one point, a woman started screaming hysterically. And I was all excited, I'm like, what happened, what happened? And she said, there's an orb on the ceiling. And I said, no, that's what light bulbs do. She goes, then why is it moving? I said, I think that's because you're swaying. You can smell the alcohol on this lady the whole night. So, you guys, you put your back to the wall, it's a defense mechanism.
You guys gonna stay here?
Yeah, we're good. Go right
It's
ahead.
gonna be dark. So you guys okay with that?
The lights.
The lights are going out.
I'll get someone. Thank you. Okay, so I was looking away from you and your nonsense. And Sarah felt very
Okay, I can't see.
Oh, sorry. The phone won't let me put on a light.
Can you tell Michelle? Oh, I can see now. If I put the camera, if I don't put the camera in my face, then I can see. Oh, what's that? There's
That's
a.
hilarious. It is like an orb.
Is there anybody in here? Were you part of the Underground Railroad? My name's Shannon. Can you tell me your name? Who are the shadows people see? You can talk into this camera, it won't hurt you. Were you escaping slavery? Did you know who Elijah Lovejoy was? Can you show yourself? Can you show me your shadow?
There is a shadow.
You see, oh wait, is that my shadow?
Hold on a minute.
I'm pretty sure I saw a shadow too. I think I caught it on camera. Unless,
Your shadow, when you were turning.
yeah, I seen it. I
see
seen a shadow like right in here.
Well,
Is
this
that right?
one stayed there, and when you turned, the shadow went across the wall over here.
I could have, where did you see a shadow? Over here?
Yeah.
I saw one right here and she's seen one right there.
I tried to let
Unless it might have been a trick of the light.
Well, that's what I was wondering though. 'Cause
It's on the camera though. My shadow is on the camera. When I review it, I'll take a look at it. But because there's this light in the back, so maybe it was somehow a trick of the light. But it was right after I asked, can we see your shadow?
Yeah.
Thank you. If that was you, thank you so much.